time has come for me to officially talk about how I put together my wedding look. I'm gonna kind of divide this into 3 different parts, so stay tuned for all of them, or you can also just kind of skip around as far as getting the information that you're looking for. So let's go to part number 1, which is gonna be the look. How did I put it together? So I kind of looked at 3 different things when it came to the look, and it was the aesthetic, the look, and the feel that I was going for. My aesthetic was going to be for a garden wedding theme. As far as the look, I wanted something that was soft and romantic and effortless. So nothing that was tight or too put together, if that makes sense. And for the feel, I wanted something comfortable for my wedding. If you've been following me on my Instagram, then you know that I do not do tight hairstyles. I love a low tension hairstyle. One of the main reasons being is because I get headaches extremely easily. Now that that's out the way, what I did next after I kind of like identified those things was I started to put together a Pinterest board. Even if they weren't loc styles, I looked up bridal hairstyles and put them on the board of the shapes that I liked, the flowiness that I liked, the lengths that I liked. I just kind of threw them all up on one board and decided like most of the styles that I lean towards are not all up. Another thing that I noticed was that I really liked soft waves or like curls inside of it, which if you have locks, like that's gonna take a little bit more planning. So once I put my Pinterest board together and I had styles that weren't necessarily locks, I don't think any of them on there had locks in them. I'll have to go back, I'll pull a screenshot and throw it up on here. Then I had to start trying to come up with a list of products that I was going to use to make this happen. And that's where I kind of went down a rabbit hole, because if you've noticed, I have sister locks, and it's hard to find things that will blend very well into sister locks. And I knew that for the style that I wanted, I needed more length. I didn't think my hair was going to be long enough, and it wasn't by the time that my wedding came along. I was planning this style 6 to 9 months in advance, because I had decided at that point I'm going to wear my locks out, but I have no idea what direction I'm going to go, and I don't see a style out there that I've liked enough to be my bridal hairstyle to match what I wanted it to do. Let's jump into part 2, the products that were used to create my bridal style. So it was 2 different items mostly. One was a loose crochet hair, which is linked in my bio, and it's like passion twist. You can kind of see it here. And when you undo them, this is what it looks like a really soft wave. This is in the color 30, and I believe this was 10-inch. It came in a pack of, let me double check, 8. I don't even think I used an entire pack of it. So you don't end up needing all of that. That's just how many came inside of the pack. The other hair that I used, this is the big important one, is faux micro locks. I got these in 2 different colors. I got 2 different colors, 2 different lengths. Maybe I just kind of wanted to see what it was gonna look like, but ultimately I knew that the hair was gonna be cut and shaped. I didn't think that just putting it, in my head, I didn't think I would like it that way. So the length did not matter that much to me. Also, if you notice in my wedding videos, I have a big bow on the back of my dress, so I did not want hair covering that bow at all. And I wanted to show off my back, so my hair came probably to my shoulder blades for that half up, half down look. One of the other things that I did to prep the hair, which was recommended by the loctician when I told her about the products that I bought, and I actually came to one of my retightenings and showed it to her. I told her I was worried about how shiny it was. My hair is not as shiny as the products that came in. So she recommended that I put baby powder on them to kind of just tone down that shine. So I just went to the dollar store and got some generic baby powder, just a little bit on there, and raked it through. And I only tested one section. If you put too much on there, it is gonna give it like a white hue, so you don't wanna do that if you're trying to recreate this look or do something similar. So in total, I had 8 packs of the micro faux locks. I don't think I needed most of them because I was doing a half up, half down, and also all of my hair was actually left out around the perimeter. I only had the hair crocheted in the very back of my head in the center. So that leads me into part number 3, the install. How was my wedding look installed into my head? So I did not have these individually attached to my locks. That was never really an option for me. I didn't think it was a good idea, but I did want to add that length to it, as mentioned earlier. My loctician, hearing me talk about how much trouble I was finding with trying to figure out how to get it installed or find somebody who could do bridal loc hairstyles, with the way that I wanted them to be done. Did end up volunteering, thankfully, to assist me on my wedding day, and that was really, really nice of her. I did not want to do my hair on my wedding day. So what she ended up doing was she took from about here, midway through my head, down to the base of my neck, and put in one braid down the center. And in that braid, she ended up crocheting in the loose faux locks in the 2 different colors that I had. Looking back, I probably would have added less of this color and just had more of this color, because at the back of my head I actually have deeper tones than some of the colors in the front of my head. That's not on purpose, that's just how my hair is turning out right now, and the result of some sun bleaching, of me being out in the sun too long and pulling my hair back. And then from there, she took my hair, and essentially you can see this inside of my bridal photos. There are 2 sets of twists on each side of my head, and those twists go back into one, and from there the rest of my hair is just left out. So it's a half up, half down style with 1 crochet braid in the back of my head where the hair is crocheted in. Next would be the loose hair that I was showing you in earlier clips. And for this loose hair, this was divided into smaller pieces and then crocheted in where she kind of felt fit, or where I kind of felt fit. There would be areas where I'd look at it and say, I want to add a piece here, add a piece there. And someone asked me about the front of my hair, same thing. It was just kind of tied around one of my locks in the front, under where the hair is being pulled back so that it could hide the knot of it a little bit. And it's just 2 strands that came down. And that was the entire wedding look. It's something that I think if you're going to do, you should play around with it a couple of times. I actually went to 2 different sessions with my loctician where she tried a couple of different ways to put it into my head, just so it was practiced beforehand. Which, if you're getting a bridal style, you essentially should have it practiced beforehand. If you're going to a bridal loctician, makeup artist, whatever. Make sure you get that practice in, because what you don't want to do is try it out on the day of and have a disaster happen, or like most weddings, you're probably going to be running late, and that's the last thing you want to have, is trying to fix a hairstyle that's not working. But that's it. Thanks for keeping up. If you want to take a look at some of my bridal looks, they are up on my Instagram page and on my TikTok. See you soon.